We do not waste chocolate in this house. I repeat, we do not waste chocolate in this house. Hey y'all, it's Lindsay, and today I am participating in another Trim Healthy Mama collaboration. Alright, so last month a group of Trim Healthy Mama creators and myself, we made a muffin in a mug collaboration, and this month we decided that we would really like to share our favorite candy recipes with y'all. There will be a playlist linked down below. My husband has been asking if I could make marshmallows because he loves marshmallows. So, in the Trim Healthy Mama Cookbook, there is a recipe called Mazing Marshmallows on page 389, and so I decided to go ahead and give those a try. I've been kind of leery of making marshmallows, and especially this recipe, because, gosh, it must have been 5 years or more ago, one of my friends showed me how she made homemade marshmallows, and it just seemed like such an overwhelming task. And why would you make something when you can buy it so cheaply? But you can't buy sugar-free marshmallows on the market cheap. Anyway, Jared had been craving marshmallows and asked if I could try them out, and I decided to go ahead and workshop these. So I made the Mazing Marshmallows recipe, and I will insert some footage here. And with this particular recipe, it is a little bit labor intensive, and I chose to use the hand mixer along with just a glass bowl as opposed to using my KitchenAid stand mixer because I really wanted to reach the bottom of the bowl instead of having it not quite get there. So, and surprisingly, this recipe came together really easily. One thing I would like to note is whenever you are blooming your gelatin, they tell you to allow it to sit so that it dissolves, which is essentially called blooming when it's talking about gelatin. I did not incorporate mine, I just sort of sprinkled it on top, and so some of the center parts of the gelatin didn't exactly get fully bloomed. So there were a few globs in my marshmallow mixture, but it's neither here nor there. Also, I felt like I was able to get around the bowl a little bit easier with using the hand mixer as opposed to using the KitchenAid. If I felt like I needed it to go longer than than the amount of time that I actually beat this particular batch, I probably would have switched it over to the KitchenAid so that my shoulders weren't burning. Anyway. I decided to use a silicone heart mold. In the recipe, they tell you to use a 9 by 13 inch pan lined with parchment, but I decided to do some sweet little heart molds, and they popped out beautifully. Once all of my marshmallows had fully set in the refrigerator, I just kind of left them there overnight. They kind of got a little bit crunchy on the top, the part that was exposed to air, and I don't know if that was just a factor of being out in the open or if it's just the way that this particular recipe works. In that recipe of the Mazing Marshmallows, they say that it's a fuel pull, which is fantastic, and then you could change it up and do it as an S if you coated it in skinny chocolate. And I, of course, wanted to make chocolate-coated marshmallows because there's those cookies, I think they're called pinwheels maybe, I can't quite remember, but they're a shortbread cookie with marshmallow on top and then coated in chocolate. And I used to love those, and they only come like 12 to a package. I would absolutely crush a package of those in a matter of minutes, long before THM days. So anyway, I decided that's what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to use the skinny chocolate, and I didn't want to use my Jared approved chocolate because those have to sit in the refrigerator. Now, I'm pretty sure you should probably leave these marshmallows in the refrigerator whenever you're not actively consuming them. But I wanted to test out a shelf-stable chocolate recipe, and I've been kind of toying with this idea and trying to mess around with it a little bit. And so on Amazon, I ordered some cocoa butter little discs, chips, discs, I don't know, but it's cocoa butter, and it's food grade cocoa butter. So I basically wanted to try melting down a bar of baker's chocolate, which is just 100% cocoa or 100% cacao. I don't know. Yeah, it's cacao. Anyway, I wanted to melt that down, add in some cocoa butter, and see what happened. And then I added in gentle sweet, and I just kind of melted that through on a just simple boiling pot of water with a glass bowl on top that is heat safe, and just kind of see how that all works out. So So right now I have my chocolate covered marshmallows drying here in the open air, and they look so good. I mean, like, they're ugly. All right, y'all, they are ugly. But I've already taste tested like 4 of them, and oh my word, they are so good. I love marshmallows. I love chocolate. One other thing I did is I went ahead and I made some chocolates with just the straight shelf-stable chocolate mixture, and those are setting up right now. I'm gonna give you a quick peek here at what my progress looks like. So here are my shelf-stable chocolates. They're drying. And here are my chocolate-covered Mazing Marshmallows. Some are drier than others. I did go through and add in some more chocolate to some of them. The ones that are shiny are the ones that are still trying to dry more. These are little bitty guys that I decided not to put too much chocolate on. So these are super tasty, y'all. I'm gonna eat this little bitty guy. Look at this. Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness. Those Mazing Marshmallows are good even when they're not coated in chocolate. If you have not made the Mazing Marshmallows yet because you're intimidated like I was, just gather up your courage and make it happen. They are so good and so worth it. Yes. And I'm really digging my little shelf-stable chocolate. I'm going to see how they perform as far as how well they do outside of the refrigerator for a while. So far, they seem to be doing really nicely. One thing to note, when I was coating the big hearts with the chocolate mixture, they were just cold out of the refrigerator. They were not frozen. And I think that putting them in the freezer for a little while so that the outside at least is frozen is really helpful. I did put the miniature hearts into the freezer just to like harden up a little bit more, because whenever the marshmallows hit that hot chocolate, they started to melt down a little bit. And so some of my chocolate hearts here are a little bit wonky. But these little guys that were frozen on the outsides, at least, I think they were probably in there for maybe half an hour. Forgive my fussy baby. This is life right now. I didn't coat the backside of this one, but these turned out super good. And the chocolate cooled on it a lot more quickly too. Have you tried the Mazing Marshmallows? They are really good. And if you have tried them, have you tweaked them at all or made them your own in any special way? I'm very curious to know how you would make these more special. Obviously various, ooh, there's chocolate on my finger. Various extracts and trying different flavors would be super fun. I think it would be fun to do a peppermint flavored one. And make sure you go and check out the playlist with all the other THM ladies that are participating in this candy collaboration. And I will see y'all in the next video. What are you having?
Marshmallow chocolate heart.
What do you think of those?
Yummy. Good.
Yeah.
A marshmallow inside with like chocolate on the outside.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty, huh? Okay, tell me what you've got.
I got vanilla chocolate hot and a vanilla marshmallow.
Take a bite of your marshmallow. What do you think of that?
Yum, yum, yum.
What do you, can you take a bite of the chocolate and tell me what you think of that?
Yummy.
Yeah.
The bestest food ever.